So guys, today we are gonna talk about sniper hunting. Compared to matchlock hunting, there are quite few things that are different. Before we get into it, I want to say that sniper hunting is quite active and requires more attention than matchlock hunting. With matchlock hunting, you can chill hunt, just sitting there and holding LMB, killing mobs. With sniper hunting, you're always focused on three things: aiming for head, releasing the shot at correct time, and reloading bullets at correct time. If you fail on any of these three things, your killing speed decreases dramatically. What you see on screen is what typical sniper hunting looks like. So I would highly recommend you to try it out yourself before investing all your silver on hunting gear during this OMG hunting makes 3 billion per hour hunting type. Maybe you won't like it at all. But if what you see on screen is intriguing you, then buckle up. I'm gonna teach you how to become best sniper hunter.
Headshot.
Oh no. Oh no, Oh my god. Did you guys saw that? Like no scope 360 perfect shot, critical shot? Let's start with the stats that affect sniper hunting. You want to have 5 attack speed, 5 movement, and 5 gathering. Unlike with matchlock hunting, critical rate, critical damage, and back attack damage does not work with sniper hunting, so you can forget about those stats. The easiest way to get 5 attack speed would be Elixir of Wind and a costume that gives +2 attack speed that you get from main coastline. That way you still can pop life skill food buffs and use all mastery crystals. You also want to have 5 gathering. Guild passive, Nimble Finger, gives +3 gathering speed. Or if you are guildless, use Skilled Workers Elixir, and +2 you get from Alchemy Stone of Life. And the last stat you want is 5 movement speed. The 100 claws gives +2 or +3, and you can pop Elixir of Swiftness. A while ago I made a video explaining on how exactly attack speed affects sniper hunting. If you want to check it out, it's in the description below. But the elder of that video is that attack speed affects the speed of scoping in and scoping out animations. So classes with attack speed passive, like Succession Ninja, should be the best choice. But the best class for sniper hunting is in fact Ranger, because she just has shorter animation by default compared to other classes. So I would recommend to have a Ranger as an out for sniper hunting. It is approximately 6 to 7% better than other classes. Now let's talk about the requirements. You'll need quite a few mates or high weight limit to store items. You do get overall more items from sniper hunting than matchlock hunting. You will need around 6k weight for 1 hour of tryhard sniper hunting at 3k mastery. It's around 20-25 mates, but that is pretty much the top high-end limit. If you have low LT and no mates, I've seen strategy of using Peridot Wagon to store loot. Peridot Wagons with blue gear can have around 6.7k weight. So around 2 hours of loot can be stored in it, as you can overstack it. Another item you need is tent, just like with matchlock hunting, and of course, hedgehog type of pet for extra drop. Now let's talk about what buffs you need. You want to be highly focused on gathering item drop rate buff for sniper hunting, because most of the money from sniper hunting is from rare materials like black gems and sharps, so I would definitely prioritize gathering item drop rate artifacts and lightstone set called the Owning Hedgehog. If you can't get those, then it's best to use Hunting Mastery one, but I would recommend to work on getting gathering item drop rate ones, as they will increase your income significantly. To get gathering item drop rate artifacts, you need to go gather. You don't get them from hunting. Any gathering will do the job. It's pretty much RNG to drop them, so my recommendation would be either gather resource that you need, or gather spots where you spend a lot of energy, like Pilgrim Havens. To show exactly how gathering item drop rate affects sniper hunting, I'll show the example on GPW's hunting spreadsheet, where you can adjust numbers and see the incomes. At 1850 mastery and 52% gathering item drop rate and 275 kills per hour, you're making around 1,770,000,000 per hour at the current market prices. If you are using Owning Hedgehog instead of full mastery, you'll be at 1800 mastery bracket and at 62% gathering item drop rate, and will be making around 1,828,000,000 per hour. So Owning Hedgehog is better by 53 million. And for mastery above 2000, that difference becomes even bigger, because mastery bracket after 2000 gives you a bit less increase than before 2000. And gathering item drop rate does not change how it affects sniper hunting. But if you are 25 mastery away from next bracket, you can pop Seafood Kernel and reach it instead of popping Fig Pie, as it is only 3%, not 10% like the Owning Hedgehog. So check your bracket and use this amazing spreadsheet to determine what is best in your situation. The link to spreadsheet can be found in description. So on the screen you can see the buffs that gives gathering item drop rate. Buffs like Lara's Warm Black Tea, Sweet Fig Pie, Labor's Elixir, Delicious Japchae, Western Bourbon Whiskey, All We Need Is Love Life version, Scary Halloween Candy, Wise Housekeeper, and other event buffs. I cannot recall them all, so if you guys got more items that gives getting item drop rate, leave them in comments. Also, I would recommend to pop these event buffs not right away, as some of them are quite rare. You will need some time to get used to sniper hunting. Pop them once you are comfortable with sniper hunting controls and minigames. For Alchemy Stone of Life, I would definitely recommend using Khan's Heart at the beginning. The 30% hunting XP might be looking lucrative from trends there, but if you want to make more money, Khan's Heart will be the correct choice, as it gives 2% more getting item drop rate and 25 mastery. The XP will come, guys. Talking about Alchemy Stones, you can also pop the Distraction Stone buff to get extra 4% attack speed, but do it only if you are sure that you're not gonna forget the swap back to Life Stone and miss on that 10% getting item drop rate. The extra 4% attack speed is very small marginal increase. It's way better to have 10% getting item drop rate. So usually how I do it is I always have my Life Stone on, and when I start gathering, I swap to Distraction Stone with hotbar and pop it manually, and swap back right away to not forget. That way you can have 2 Alchemy Stone buffs together, 1 combat and 1 life skill. Let's talk about the gear. For claws, I would recommend to have at least 10 manas, otherwise the mobs can deal a lot of damage. And of course you want to have the manas hunting back, and manas or peon accessories for mastery. And for crystals, what a surprise, it's a mastery crystals. You can use Glorious Akrat or Lucas if you're in between mastery brackets, but those gonna be very small marginal difference. For Butcher Knife, you want to use Logia or Dosser or Manas Butcher Knife. The mastery on them doesn't matter, as it gives Gathering Mastery, and Gathering Mastery doesn't affect hunting loots. But those two will give you 30% Gathering item drop rate. Magic Butcher Knife also gives Gathering item drop rate, but it is excluded from working on hunting, like it's written in the game description. So the Demehar tool will work, as it's technically not magic tool, but still gives 80% Gathering item drop rate. While using Demehar tool, would recommend using full durability reduction set, which can be used also for AFK fishing with Grand Pokron fishing rod. Let's real quickly go through what is full durability reduction set. License set called Blacksmith Blessing, 1 tier 5 pet, 4 tier pets, main head costume, awakening hand costume, 8 costume set, Lil Otter fishing carrier. In total, 91% durability reduction. I would definitely drop Hedgehog, as money it brings is very small. Would rather have higher Demihard tool durability. For costume, you would need to re-cube them as they get uncubed once you have sniper rifle. So that's definitely quite tryharding method. But it will keep your Demihard tool alive a bit more. For sniper rifle, if you don't have artisan 10 hunting, you need to use sniper rifle. It is gonna be quite awkward as you can't zoom with it. So if mobs come very close to you, it becomes much harder. For beginning, I would recommend just killing mobs one by one and avoiding mobs coming close to you. But once you're Artisan 10 hunting, you want to have Manis sniper rifle, as it gives you more damage and possibility to zoom in and out inside of scope. To scope in, you click right mouse button. To zoom in and zoom out, you use the mouse wheel. To charge the shot, you hold LMB. For perfect shot, you need to release LMB inside of yellow segment. Perfect shot increases your damage significantly, and if you hit the head area of the mob, it will be critical shot. The highest damage you can do is perfect critical shot, aka shot released in the yellow segment, hitting the head of the mob. After the shot, the scope gets removed, and you get reloading minigame, where you need to click space in the yellow segment. If successful, the reloading animation is fast. If failed, it takes longer. For best outcome, you want to click space the first moment the indicator enters the yellow segment. Those mechanics gonna take some time to get used to and get the feel and muscle memory. When I started sniper hunting, I sucked at it. Now I still suck at it, but less. So practice makes it perfect. Well, maybe not perfect. It makes it better. There is something called accumulated damage in sniper hunting, and people have quite a lot of misunderstanding as the text in game is not very clear. So let me try to explain it. In the hunting mastery description, the text talks about magical hunting and how mastery affects rare resources. So the issue is what the game means by rare resources. I earlier used rare resources as in black gem fragment, sharps, etc. Basically anything that doesn't have 100% drop rate. But if you read further the in-game description, the rare resources that they mean in this description is the rare hides that you drop from matchlock or sniper hunting. With matchlock hunting, depending on your mastery, you get different grade hides. For sniper hunting, you get one type of hide regardless of mastery, and the amount doesn't change. That's what this line means by rare resources not being affected by mastery. It is rather controlled by accumulated damage. Accumulated damage is all damage that is not done to head. So the idea is that you are damaging the other part of the animal, and the more damage you do to other part of the animal, the less chance you have to get supreme hide, and less additional meat, blood, hide you get. I have noticed that I get less additional meat procs if I do high accumulated damage at Land of the Morning spots, but definitely you get less supreme hides. But then again, supreme hide is quite useless, all except the tiger one. So I wouldn't care much about it. Anyway, for most optimal sniping, you want to be aiming for one perfect critical and one critical shot. So you shouldn't be getting any accumulated damage. And even if you get high accumulated damage, the impact is almost none. The reason I included this in is because I heard some crazy claims, like you don't need mastery for sniper hunting, or if you don't do only criticals, your entire loot decreases significantly, which is not true. Mastery works, and the accumulated damage's impact is almost zero. At least in the Land of the Morning Light zone, the only sniper hunting zone where you can make good money. In that spot, there are a few fields where you can hunt. But the most popular one is this one, as it gives a wide overview of many mobs. For faster sniping, you want to do one perfect critical shot and one critical shot. That will kill normal boars 100% of the time. The normal bears, it kills most of the times, but sometimes it doesn't. Depending on how much HP left on bear, after one perfect critical, you might want to do another perfect critical to kill the bear in 2 shots. All bosses will require 2 perfect critical shots to be killed. If you don't do critical shot or perfect shot, it's not end of the world. The only thing that accumulated damage affects in the Land of the Morning Light sniper hunting is the chance of dropping supreme hide. All other resources are not affected by it. You will just kill the mobs slower, which is of course not ideal, but it's very hard to get the perfect sniper hunting hour. Especially because of the random trees having invisible hitboxes that blocks the shots, or the killed animal bodies blocking the shots, or the fairy blocking the shots. The way how you can say if you're successfully aiming a target without anything blocking it is that the cross gonna be red when you're charging your shot. If it's gray, the shot will miss. So usually I try to avoid having too many dead animals near me, and avoid certain buggy spots, and avoid shooting certain trees. There are quite few of those. And no, don't hide your fairy. It just visually hides it. It's still there, and you won't be able to see what is blocking your shot. At least if you don't hide fairy, you will see that fairy is in front of your shot. Human Max More doing sniper hunting would also recommend to look for next target while you are gathering. And if there are no mobs nearby before you start the gathering, make one shot so the next mob is already running towards you. By the time you finish gathering the mob, it's gonna be a bit closer. The boars have 3 minutes before their body disappears. All others have only 1 minute. So I like to focus on boars more and kill a bunch of them before going to gather them. Of course, if boss spawns, then you kill them as sap, as they have higher chance to give rare resources. And I try not to kill mobs too far from you. You want to reduce the running time as much as possible. Don't pull too many mobs at the same time, as once they start hitting you, the shots become much harder to land. So the key to perfecting your sniper hunting is to get rid of all just standing still and looking for the mobs, or running too far to loot the mobs, or failing the reload minigame, or failing to do critical shots, or failing to do perfect shots. It will take a lot of time and effort to get those correct. As I said, I still make a lot of mistakes, but the more you hunt and the more you try to improve, the better you will become. So keep practicing. I briefly mentioned bosses earlier, but those are pretty much random spawns of more harder hunting mobs while you are hunting. They give more loot, and it takes 2 perfect critical shots to kill them. And of course, they deal more damage. But don't worry, there is an ancient technique to stay alive.
Please, enlighten me. What is this ancient technique you speak of?
They call it the roly-poly.
Once your character receives any type of damage, you can start rolling with ASD shift. It's the PVI frame so you can keep rolling while your fairy recovers your HP. It's very useful usually during tiger encounter, as tiger can one-shot you if you stand still. But if you hold S shift while tiger is using the skill, you will avoid most of the damage, so use it to save yourself from death and potential crystal loss. But that was it for this video. Hope it's gonna help you with your sniper hunting journey. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, or hop to my stream on Twitch or here on YouTube. And don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. Happy hunting, guys.